Okay, so we're this is Platform Racing 2. I'm in the level editor right now, and we are going to well, I'm going to show you a couple tricks. You might see this in some frustration levels. So it's important to learn these kinds of tricks if you want to get good and be finishing these levels. So first is this kind of obstacle, and it looks just like a mush of green blocks, but there's actually a method for going through these, and uh, it's really simple. You just have to uh, tap that one, and then keep doing this. So when I'm hitting the green blocks on the bottom row, that's my cue to hold up and right at the same time. I hit it as if it's one button, and then once I'm scrunched in there in the crawl space, I wait until I hit the green block on the right, and then I tap left to make sure that I don't hit the ground that I'm about to be standing on. And I'll show you an example here. See, like that. If I neglected to go left once, I might do that, and then I don't have any ground to stand on, so I fall. See? So that's basically all there is to it. It's just up, right, and then left. Repeat the cycle. And a little more difficult variation is this, because you have to be a little bit more careful with the up button. Uh, Otherwise, see, you can hit the net up at the top. So right here, you're going to want to make sure that your jumps are a little bit more subtle so that you don't just ram into the net. But one trick that I really like to use is to make my jumps a little bit too high, but try and catch my upward momentum on the block that I'm going to bump with my head. So see how right before the green blocks on the top are vanishing. Damn it, why do I keep... Right before the green blocks on the top are vanishing, I am bumping them, and that's because I've got upward momentum when I'm jumping to the next column. So that's really all there is to it. You do have to practice it, but there's really not much more I can explain from that. If you watch it repeatedly, you should know what to do. It's really not that hard. Another thing that you'll see is this. It's just a big green stick going up like that. And the way that you want to take this on is there's sort of a sequence to get, and this is one way. And that's a little bit hard because you'll have to make that jump here without accidentally bumping the top like that, and you'll also have to make sure that you don't jump too late and end up just falling. The good thing about this is that you can do it with 45 jump, although it is a little bit tricky. However, if you have like around 50 jump or so, there's another technique you can use, and that's to let yourself drop down by one. And that way, when you're jumping up to the next part, you have 3 blocks of wiggle room, which means that it's pretty much impossible for you to be bumping that block up at the top unless you're really sucky. So that's those are 2 ways you can just weave like that and make that narrow jump each time, or you can jump up and wait one out. And when for this, it's pretty simple because you're only looking at one row of Vanish blocks, or one column. In more complex patterns of green blocks, it's a good idea to keep track of which blocks you're hitting and when you hit them, so you know when they're going to reappear. And a lot of harder levels, especially like my level leafy greens or canned veggies, will require you to premeditate where you're going to go and where the green blocks are going to reappear. Because after you know, make them vanish, they may come back in a place where you'll have to use them again. So that's about all there is to it. It's pretty simple, but it's important to sort of observe the technique uh, and try and copy it. Because if you just watch people in races, there's a little bit of lag when you see where they are. But here, using a screen recorder, you can see exactly what I'm doing. So might be a good idea to just rewatch this video and look closely at which blocks I'm hitting and where I'm shifting my momentum and when I'm jumping and all that.